In this video, we're going to be going over 3 secondary strokes of the Darbuka. These include the slap, also known as the sec, includes a sound called the tok, and a left hand doom. So we'll start with the hardest one, which is the slap. This takes people a little bit of time to get it down. It took me a long time myself, and let's get into it.
The slap will be symbolized by an S in notation later on in the course.
So first you want to cup your hand like this. So the part that's going to be hitting is the bottom of your hand closest to the pinky and the fingertips, the rest of your fingertips except the thumb. So again, the bottom of your hand closest to the pinky itself, the fingertips without the thumb. So it's a wrist motion and you're not hitting it hard at all. You're letting momentum do most of the work. So to show you, this is all the effort I'm putting into that sound. You're allowing a little bit of resonance and space and air to let the drum do its thing. You're allowing the momentum of the wrist to really do most of the work. So again, I did a little harder this time, but it's still not as hard as it sounds based on like the effort I'm putting into it. And you're not grabbing, you're not like squeezing it down. You're just letting it hit. You're hitting it and allowing your hand to stay there for probably a second. You could do a soft slap, you could do a harder slap, but most of the time the effort that is seemingly there is not there. It's mostly like the motion of the wrist and the arm, a little bit of the arm. You could do just wrist as well. You could do arm for showmanship. It's mostly in the wrist. It's not really in the arm. You can use the arm, but it's mostly, you could use just wrist and it would sound just fine. The next secondary stroke is called the tok.
The tok will be symbolized by a tok in notation later on in the course.
It's played at the bottom of the index finger, and it's like a tek. It's supposed to make similar sound to the tek, but a more rich and bassy even sound. So I'll show you an example of a tek. And a tok is... You're still hitting the same part of the drum you would if you were using a tek. But you are going to naturally hit a little bit more of this, but you're aiming this part to that part. And it's going to create a richer sound because A, you're hitting more of the center, and B, you're using a meatier part of your finger. Now, toks are generally played like when you want to accent something. Like for example, it just adds an accent to the rest of the text and chords that are played. The last technique in this video is going to be the left hand doom.
The left hand doom will be symbolized by an LD in notation later on in the course.
So with the left hand doom, the same concept applies as with the right hand. You're letting the bass resonate, except you're doing it with your left hand and you're doing it overhand. Same concept applies. Let the drum resonate. It's not a grab. You're letting it vibrate, and think of it as like a hot stove. So the left hand doom is usually played in succession with the right hand doom, and usually you do like an all doom drum roll. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you so much.